two on points. The first on point is about Rahul Gandhi's allegations against EC on vote theft. The second on point is on Prime Minister Modi's Lakshman Rekha on tariffs. Now let's take a quick look at the headlines. Russian President Vladimir Putin is set to visit India soon. NSA Ajit Doval announces in Moscow. In News9 exclusive, Benjamin Netanyahu says there is no plan for Gaza takeover. "70 airlifted, over 50 missing as rescue operations intensify in aftermath of Uttarakhand flash floods." IAF Chinook airlifts residents from Harsil to Dehradun in Uttarkashi rescue operations underway. Many Uttarkashi regions remain cut off. Road access disrupted at Bartawari, Gangarani and Dhareli. NDA likely to announce Vice President's candidate on August 12th after Dhankar's shock resignation. India to launch direct flights to Philippines from October 1st, says Ministry of External Affairs. Punjab police foiled Big Babbar Khalsa international terror plan days before independence. Donald Trump set to meet Russian President Vladimir Putin next week. The leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi made some explosive charges of vote theft against Election Commission. He alleged that there were multiple cases of vote chori in 2024 Lok Sabha elections, claiming that EC and BJP colluded to steal elections. Rahul Gandhi alleged that even as anti-incumbency hit every party in the country, the BJP retained power in Haryana and Madhya Pradesh. Exit polls and opinion polls go one way, but the BJP somehow manages to defy them. This made the opposition Congress suspicious.
So for some time now, there has been suspicion among the public based on a couple of points. Anti-incumbency is something that hits every single party in every single democracy. But for some reason, the BJP is the only party in a democratic framework that basically does not suffer this idea of anti-incumbency.
Explaining the choreography of charge on the EC, LOP pointed out that the dates of the Haryana and the Karnataka elections were changed. Rahul said that Maharashtra election results confirmed the party's suspicion that assembly elections was stolen from them. He alleged that more voters were added to the electoral list in the state in 5 months than in 5 years. Let me play out another bite of Rahul Gandhi and Sambit Patra from Bharatiya Janata Party.
You saw in the Haryana election, you saw in the Madhya Pradesh election, and then suddenly the result going in a completely different direction with massive swings. And this also included our own internal polling, which is quite sophisticated. Our internal polling told us that we were expected to win 16 seats in Karnataka, and we won 9. The first way, duplicate voters. One voter appearing multiple times on the voter list. Fake and invalid addresses. Voters who didn't have addresses or were just fake addresses. Bulk voters in single address. One building, 50 people, 60 people. One bedroom house, but we go there, no 50 people living there. No record of those people ever having living there. One family living in that house.
तो राहुल जी राफेल में कान पकड़ के उठक बैठक, वीर सावरकर के लिए कान पकड़कर उठक बैठक, चीन के लिए कान पकड़कर उठक बैठक, तो आपकी क्रेडिबिलिटी है कहां? कितनी क्रेडिबिलिटी आपकी है कि आपके शब्द ही आपके ओत हो जाएंगे? और मैं कड़े शब्दों में कहना चाहूंगा, अभी तक तो बहुत आराम से कह रहा था। राहुल गांधी जी ने कहा यह भारतीय जनता पार्टी एंटी इनकम्बेंसी मिटाने के लिए बहाने ढूंढ के लाती है। पुलवामा जैसा बहाना। पुलवामा बहाना था? मैं देश से पूछता हूं, आज जो राहुल गांधी जी ने कहा कि पुलवामा एक बहाना था एंटी इनकम्बेंसी को मिटाने के लिए, ऑपरेशन सिंदूर एक बहाना था एंटी इनकम्बेंसी को मिटाने के लिए, क्या अर्थ है? उसका अर्थ है भारत ने ही अटैक कराया अपने देश पे।
Now let me sum up what are the allegations of Rahul Gandhi against Election Commission. Rahul's allegation is that EC colluded with BJP to steal elections in Maharashtra. EC is choreographing election schedules to suit BJP. EC refused to share digital voter rolls. EC changed the rules to restrict access to CCTV footage. More voters added in Maharashtra in 5 months than 5 years. More than 1 lakh votes were stolen in Karnataka's Mahadevpura assembly segment. Rahul said that the Congress conducted an investigation of one assembly segment in Karnataka on the basis of 2024 data provided by the election commissioner and manually checked lakhs of entries in voter lists since the EC deliberately provided them machine readable papers. Rahul Gandhi went on to list what he called 5 kinds of vote theft in the assembly segment. His allegations: 1. Total votes stolen 1,250,000. Duplicate votes 11,965. Fake and invalid addresses 40,000 plus. Bulk voters at single address 10,452. Invalid photographs 4,132. Misuse of Form 6, which is new voters, 33,692. Now the Bharatiya Janata Party hit back at Rahul, saying that he was cherry picking, never questioning states in which Congress or India alliance has emerged victorious, like Karnataka, like Telangana. On this, let me play out the bite of Kiran Rijeju.
राहुल गांधी ने कर्नाटका का एक कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी को उठा करके जो बात रखा है, वो कर्नाटका के जो नेता है, वहां के जितना भी सीनियर लीडर है, सबका कहना है कि इतना बकवास बातें आज तक किसी सीनियर लीडर ने प्रेस में बात नहीं किया है। कोई तथ्य नहीं, कहां से उठा करके बिना मतलब से प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करके रख देते हैं। हमको मालूम है वो नकली प्रेजेंटेशन किसने बनाया है। मैं मानता हूं कि अगर आप इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया को अटैक करता है और सुप्रीम कोर्ट और हाई कोर्ट या जुडिशरी को अटैक करता है, तो आप सीधा सीधा लोकतंत्र को ही हमला कर रहा है।
The Chief Electoral Officer of Karnataka, V. Ambu Kumar, hit out at Rahul over allegations of vote fraud against the poll body. In a letter addressed to the LOP, the Chief Electoral Officer asked him to submit his allegations in a signed affidavit. Now, what has EC said? And this, what you see on your screen, is by the Election Commission of India. So let me read this out and then I will read out the EC's response in detail. The Election Commission of India says the statements are misleading. If Sri Rahul Gandhi believes what he is saying is true, then he should sign the declaration oath as per Rule 223B of the Registration of the Electoral Rules of 1960 and submit the same to the CEO of Karnataka by today evening itself so that the necessary proceedings can be initiated. If Sri Rahul Gandhi does not believe in what he is saying, then he should stop arriving at absurd conclusions and mislead the citizens of India. Very strong statement. Very strong. Now, what is EC saying? Let me break it down for you. EC is saying voter lists are prepared transparently under Representation of the People's Act 1950. Election outcomes can only be changed via election petitions in High Court. Both drafts and final voter rolls for 2025 were shared with Congress. EC asked Congress to submit a signed affidavit with names of ineligible/duplicate voters for action. Now, Congress has not filed any formal appeal after voter list publication. Let me repeat this. Congress has not filed any formal appeal after voter list publication. time was fixed for Congress delegation to meet Karnataka CEO on August 8, 2025. Opposition leaders from TMC and the CPI came out in support of Rahul's allegation against EC. Let me play out the bite of Abhishek Banerjee first.
The Election Commission also needs to understand and realize that it is an impartial, unbiased organization and it has to operate remaining in the ambit of India's constitution.
What are the big questions? The big questions are, will Rahul Gandhi's charge hold legal ground? One. Can Rahul prove the charge against EC? How will the vote chori issue resonate in Bihar polls? And why is Congress cherry-picking states? Will stolen mandate issue gather political traction? Is Maharashtra and Haryana a case of sour grapes for the Congress party? And lastly, as I said, is it an atom bomb or a dud bomb? People will decide, the politicians will decide. On this note, I will say, why isn't the matter being taken to the Supreme Court? Why isn't the matter being taken to the Supreme Court or High Court? Let me introduce my guests. I'll be joined by Siddharth Yadav from Bharatiya Janata Party, Sulaiman Muhammad Khan, spokesperson, Congress Party, Ajit K. Jha, senior journalist, psephologist, Bhanu Chandra Nagarajan, political analyst. Let me straight away go to Siddharth Yadav. Sir, your comments on Rahul Gandhi, your party's position saying that the elections were stolen away from the Congress party. To you, Mr. Yadav, and then I'll go to Sulaiman.
Karthikeya, this is not the first time that the leader of the Congress party, Rahul Gandhi, has levied such allegations. It is now time and again a new fashion in our democracy that Rahul Gandhi, the one who wants to save his face from the losses that the party faces under his leadership, always tries to come up with a scapegoat and undermine the constitutional agencies of our country and put everything on the head of the Election Commission just because he doesn't want to take the blame for the losses. Now, having said that, what he has done today and what he said today is very different from the law, what from the law says and what the constitution of our country says. Now, if you have a problem with something which has happened, say in the election process, you have, the constitution provides for an election appeal. You can go and file an election petition in the High Court, and once you do that, all ambits of that process will be questioned. But he has not exercised to do so. Number two, he did a press conference. He has highlighted few irregularities he feels that have happened there. But the law is different. The Election Commission is saying that you come and just give an oath. You sign a document just by saying that whatever you are alleging, the allegations that you are making, those allegations are true to the best of your knowledge. Now, if you can't even do that, and if you just want to come out and do, media bazi, give bites, do press conferences, but not actually approach the authorities who have a right to act upon it, just on the fear, because if you do so under the law, there's a section 31 of the People's Representation Act, which will hold you accountable if it is found later that you are making false allegations. I think there is something very wrong with Rahul Gandhi. The wrong is only that he wants to save his face. Election Commission gave enormous opportunities in the past. Election Commission invited them. Election Commission asked for objections. Never does the Congress party and the Rahul Gandhi would come forward and do all this. But whenever he tries and thinks that I am facing an imminent loss and I have to make a scapegoat, he comes up with all of that. I wish that the Rahul Gandhi would give under oath. If whatever he is alleging, if that is true, then definitely Election Commission would have to take cognizance, but would only come forward when Rahul Gandhi would have to honor and say whatever he is saying under oath.
Okay, Sulaiman, your opening comments? Because EC's statement has come out and you must have gone through that.
Yeah, the way Election Commission has actually no right to ask these questions. Questions has been asked by the leader of opposition, and therefore it is the duty of the Election Commission to answer the charges which has been raised by the leader of opposition, Mr. Rahul Gandhi. No, Mr. Rahul Gandhi has displayed in 5 different clips in public domain that how these voters have been, these fake voters were made, and how this vote chori scam has been going on to benefit Bharatiya Janata Party. That is it. Now, duplicate voters, Rahul ji has shown. Fake and invalid addresses, Rahul ji has shown. bulk voters, single address, invalid photos, misuse of Form 6. Now, Election Commission, the onus is on Election Commission to explain what Rahul ji has said today. It's not that Rahul Gandhi has to prove this. Rahul Gandhi is not Election Commission. Election Commission is the constitutional authority under the Constitution which has to prepare the electoral rolls and get the election conducted. How under the nose of Election Commission, how all this happened? That is the question. Rahul Gandhi has no duty to prove it.
But Suleiman, he's leader of opposition. Isn't he accountable for the allegation? A person who is the leader of opposition in Lok Sabha, isn't he accountable for the statement he is making, sir?
Yes, and whatever he has said, we all of us have applied our mind, and it is the truth. It has to be, denied, countered by the Election Commission. Election Commission is evading its responsibility. They are not able to answer.
You are saying that Election Commission is evading its responsibility. Okay, let me show you that. Now let me read it out, and then I'll go to Bhanu, and then subsequently I'll go to Ajit. Let me show you that what Election Commission has said. That a press release has come out. Now the press release of the Election Commission says, and I quote it verbatim, and I'll play it out on my screen. On the left hand side, the ECI fact check says, Shri Rahul Gandhi believes what he is saying is true, then he should sign the declaration oath as per Rule 203B of the Registration of the Election Rules 1960 and submit the same to the CEO of Karnataka by today evening itself, so that necessary proceedings can be initiated. If Shri Rahul Gandhi does not believe in what he is saying, then he should stop arriving at absurd conclusions and mislead the citizens of India. Bhanu Chandar. Because you know what Rahul Gandhi, the charge he made today.
Karthikeya, one thing in reply to what you have read, only one thing. Now, Article 324 of the Constitution says superintendence, direction and control of elections to be vested in Election Commission. The superintendence, direction and control of the preparation of the electoral rolls for and the conduct of all elections to Parliament and Legislature of every state and to President, Vice President vests in the Election Commission. Now, how are these roles of election of any state being prepared under the nose of Election Commission which are
Mohammed,
that is the
my issue is not about whether Rahul Gandhi can raise an issue or not. He is the leader of opposition in Lok Sabha. He can raise any issue he wants. My only objection was when he said you said EC has to respond to it. A person who raises an objection also has to be accountable for what he is saying. That is why my question. That is why
accountability will be said if I am wrong.
That is why I said, will it hold legal ground? I'll come back to you, sir. That is why the bigger question is, will it hold legal ground? Bhanu Chandar, will it hold legal ground?
The only thing I want to say on this matter is indelible ink. Okay. So Rahul Gandhi in his PC referred to somebody named Shagun Rani, the 70-year-old lady, right? Whose name appears multiple times in the electoral roll. Obviously, if Shagun Rani goes and votes in a particular place, an indelible ink is placed on her index finger and she can't vote anywhere. See, the insidious thing that Rahul Gandhi is trying to do is to conflate the discrepancies in the electoral rolls with the margin of the outcome. Okay, that's where the slight of that has to be called out. Okay? And the same electoral roll is used for both assembly elections and parliament elections. Obviously, there will be revisions because there is immigration, people passing away, so on and so forth. And after every revision, the electoral rolls are presented to both the parties. Okay, and when they sign off, it means that they don't have any objections. The same mudslinging is happening in Bihar right now, and the Election Commission has been asking for the last 5 days to say whether they found any discrepancy on the SIR, and no party has said anything. Okay, so this sort of mudslinging is actually very bad for democracy. But the only good thing that came out of Rahul Gandhi's press conference is that we have to really clean up all the discrepancies in our electoral rolls. And with regards to the CCTV access, I think there is some access that is given, but we do not know how much. Maybe the Election Commission can look at it. And these are technicalities, okay? And I don't think this means anything or any sort of bias towards one party or another.
Okay, your opening comments, Ajit.
On CCTV, Election Commission has said we will not give the CCTV footage on 30th of June because now the political parties will harass voters because they will know who has voted, who has not. This is an absurd clarification of the Election Commission.
Okay, Ajit, your opening comments.
Look, I have two reactions to this entire Rahul Gandhi's press
press conference. You know, the prologue to the press conference, when I started listening, I thought Rahul Gandhi was being non-serious because he said things like the BJP has an incumbency advantage. It manages to, buck the anti-incumbency, whereas Congress party doesn't. Now, that is, according to me, a silly statement. After all, the Congress won from 1952 to 1967, all 4 Lok Sabha elections in the country and literally all the state assembly elections except for Kerala once and Kashmir. So Rahul Gandhi should know history. At the same time, several states, like for example in West Bengal under Jyoti Basu, Congress won. There was no anti-incumbency for several consecutive elections. Same thing happened in Odisha. Rahul Gandhi is aware of that, right? Mr. Patnaik won almost 5 or 6 consecutive elections. I could go repeating how many elections, how many parties have won. So initially I thought, what is wrong with Rahul Gandhi? But after that, when he started showing the data of Mahadevpura Assembly constituency, which is part of Bangalore Central Lok Sabha. Now, all that data is not with me, so I cannot verify, but the allegations he has made raises serious questions of duplicate voters, of invalid photos, of the misuse of Form 6, the fact that one voter is voting both in Karnataka, Maharashtra and Uttar Pradesh. Let's assume what Rahul Gandhi is saying after painful research of the Congress team, they have found it is true, then that raises serious issues against the misuse by whatever laws by the Election Commission. And the Election Commission must refute that. Now, obviously, the Election Commission right now is saying, well, why don't you follow the procedure of affidavit number 1, number 2. In fact, I thought I also saw Election Commission saying that regarding the Lok Sabha election, the time for complaint is over. So, I don't know. Maybe Rahul Gandhi consulted a lawyer of his party who told him it is too late now to raise questions against 2024 Lok Sabha. So, therefore, he didn't take that route. But he took this public route, a press conference. Now, the point is, how much truth is in the data that he has in front of him? I don't know. But if it is true, serious allegations against the Election Commission of total ineptitude. Maybe, I don't know about the charge about the BJP and Election Commission being in a, alliance or something. But certainly, I would say it is voter fraud.
Okay.
And the Election Commission needs to come out with answers regarding that.
Actually, you have cued the bite, Ajit, which I wanted to play, because this issue is not about political parties anymore. Actually, this issue has become about Election Commission, because this whole idea of the debate of stolen election is not specific to India. It has been witnessed from Brazil to the United States of America, right down to India. It's something which is part and parcel of the way democracy has shaped up in last 10 years. So let me play out one bite of Rahul Gandhi on EC and another on Maharashtra elections, and then my question would be, what is the way out? If you are saying that the EC is not neutral, then what do you do? Because it's the EC which does the elections, and EC has done a splendid job.
They don't attack me. They're very scared to attack me. They've not taken any action against me because they know that I'm talking the truth here. तो वो बोलते हैं, right? But मेरे ऊपर अटैक नहीं कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि अगर मेरे ऊपर अटैक करते, there'd be criminal procedure, everything on me. None of that is happening because they know it's true. They know this is bulletproof. They know.
महाराष्ट्र पे पहले हम स्टेट लेवल पर बता नहीं पा रहे थे कि इस सस्पेशन का कारण क्या है. व्हाट इज द लॉजिक बिहाइंड दिस? Many arguments were made. The logic was difficult for us to come by. In Maharashtra and in Haryana, we saw it right in our face. और ये हमने पब्लिकली कहा, इलेक्शन कमीशन को कहा, महाराष्ट्र में more voters added in 5 months than 5 years. More voters than the entire population of Maharashtra. Again, very surprising fact. And then huge jump in voter turnout after 5 p.m. And everybody saw this. महाराष्ट्र में विधानसभा में हमारा गठबंधन वाइप आउट हो जाता है और लोकसभा में कुछ ही महीने पहले हमारा गठबंधन स्वीप करता है.
Okay, so Siddharth, Rahul Gandhi says one, the evidence is bulletproof, and second, he says that EC has not taken any action against him or the criminal case has not been filed against him because he says he's on a solid ground. Your response?
No, I find it funny. I find it funny because Rahul Gandhi was making some claims which the country doesn't know where they're coming from, where the list comes from, are the lists true or not, what is the source of that list, what he's claiming. Now he's saying that you come and file a case against me if you think that I'm wrong. It doesn't work that way. A public representative is making a claim against the electoral process of our country. I reiterate, there's a section 31 of the People's Representation Act. He has to be held accountable. If he makes any false complaints, a legal action will be initiated then. But you can't have this argument that I have to go and fight a case in the Supreme Court, but I'll fight it from my drawing room. Can we do that in our country? I have to go and represent something to certain authority, but I wish to do it from my garden. We can't be doing so. It is about questioning the sanctity of the most sensitive process of our country. The people have faith in the process of how things work, but you want to shake that faith because you don't want to take the blame of the losses. This is the political argument. Whatever you are raising, definitely the Election Commission will have to answer. But what is the harm of raising such issues under oath? It raises a lot of questions. I am apprehensive that why the leader of opposition of my country would want to claim certain things, call them bulletproof, atom bomb and all of that, but no, and say, I don't want to do it under oath. I don't want to do it when I'm accountable. This is not the way how things work. When it comes down to the making of electoral rolls, it is a transparent process. Where does one get the electoral rolls? There is a law of how electoral rolls have to be made. The Election Commission itself gives the electoral rolls to all candidates and to political parties. When this same role, the Election Commission has stated it very well, and I read it as a citizen of this country. When in November a draft roll was given, after a month in January, the final roll was given. Thereafter, there was 1 month for first appeals, second month for second appeals, no appeal from the Congress party. No objection from the Congress party. You were given the rolls, a draft roll, a final roll, twice by the Election Commission itself. Then you don't want to raise issues. Now you want to come up with a press conference and a political propaganda because you think that in the coming elections you are going to have
Election is going to make a lot of news is Bihar. I think that's the election we are talking about. Even West Bengal is later. But
and absolutely so. And just to add to that, 10 seconds. Even if I believe that what Rahul Gandhi is saying is true, despite him, not coming on oath, he is saying that there were, duplications, people coming in second. So you should be suggesting that SIR should have happened there. Now SIR is happening in Bihar, where duplication, people coming on from multiple addresses, and all such issues have to be removed. He has a problem with that. When votes are increased in Wayanad 7.7%, he doesn't have a problem. And when votes are deleted from Telangana, he doesn't have a problem. But he would have a problem in Haryana, he would have a problem in Rajasthan, he would not have a problem in Jharkhand. When this is the hypocrisy of the leader of opposition of our country, then I think this is a more serious issue.
Mohammed, it's a limited point here. Even on SIR, the parliament has not been functional. But in Bihar on the SIR, there has been no grassroots level complaints that have gone. The Congress has not done that. But the parliament is not functioning. Please, to you, Mohammed.
Yeah, please give me some time. It's about the party. It's not about the party doing the complaints. When the election result came, we were not able to understand how this has come because there was a complete wave in favor of Congress party or the Gadbandhan in Maharashtra. So it took time. They were not giving us the digital voter list. That has to be physically checked. We have now given a sample to the constituency about what has happened. It is for the Election Commission to clarify, which is in charge of preparing the electoral rolls. It's not Siddharth Yadav making the electoral rolls or Suleiman Mohammad Khan making the electoral rolls. The Election Commission is under the Constitution responsible. How come what Rahul Gandhi today is saying, Election Commission or Siddharth Yadav, anyone say what Rahul Gandhi today has said and given the numbers with all the data, it's all wrong. It's all true. The fact is, it's all true. And onus is on the Election Commission to explain this, even if it's about one constituency. One. Second, now this has also happened in past 5-6 years, 4-5 years. We have seen that when the counting stops at 5 p.m., the percentage of votes is like 58%. And by 8 p.m., it became 65%. And by next day, it becomes 68%. This has happened in many, many constituencies. Former chief election commissioners have given statements on that to reconcile all the data in a state or the whole country, it took 2 to 3 hours maximum. So if at 5 p.m., it can be like we are reconciling the data, it's 55% by 5 p.m. By 7 p.m., it's 55%, but it cannot raise by 8 to 10%. This has happened in many states. This has happened in Jammu, where BJP has swept the whole election. This is the second point. Third point, witness to that. I am a voter of Assembly constituency, Rampur Lok Sabha, Uttar Pradesh. On 5th of December 2022, to 37 Rampur Assembly constituency of conviction of Azam Khan. So what has happened? I went to vote in that. I was a voter there. I went to the polling station. Now the police people stopped me from voting. They said you can't vote, and they stopped thousands and thousands of voters from vote. Stop voting from the places.
What complaint did you file on that? What complaint did you do?
I am eyewitness. Please let me.
I just asked a small question, sir. Did you make a complaint?
Let me reply to it.
Yourself.
Let me complete. Listen to me. All on the booths, police people, DM, SP, Election Commission people stop thousands and thousands of voters from voting.
Sir,
I had to fight for my vote.
You were the victim. You were stopped. Did you make a complaint?
Listen to me. Listen to me. Don't get jittery. Listen to me. I filed a complaint to the Election Commission of India. Election Commission of India said nothing of this sort has happened. Understood? Election Commission of India said, I am eyewitness. I say, file a defamation against me. I say this, file a defamation. Election Commission of India.
Sir, I'll expose your hypocrisy.
You
show the
Election
letter.
Commission stopped thousands of voters. The same happened in Sambal Kartike, a Lok Sabha constituency in Sambal.
Okay. Sir, you can't be saying anything and
thousands of
everything.
people were not allowed to
show the
vote.
letter. I'll expose your hypocrisy. You show me the letter you wrote.
Okay.
I don't debate like this, Siddharth. I did not stop you. Listen to what has happened. There was a dacoity of votes in Rampur and Sambal. Listen to me. This has happened in Rampur. Election Commission stopped thousands and thousands of voters from voting. Then the same thing happened in Sambal Lok Sabha in a constituency by the name of Kundarki. Thousands and thousands of voters were not allowed to vote. Then what has happened after 5 p.m., people from Election Commission casted their vote. And there also BJP won, a stronghold of Samajwadi. In Rampur also in the history of independent India for the first time BJP won. By doing manipulation, by doing chori, not chori, it's a dacoity of the election. Because all the officials of Election Commission were involved.
Kali, please respond to this.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Please, Siddharth.
My only argument is, if my learned friend from the Congress party can show me that letter, I do not wish to expose his hypocrisy, but
Which
the letter
letter?
that he wrote, if he
Which
can
letter?
show me, I'll be amazed. That's point number
Which
one.
letter?
Point number two, the leader of the Congress
Which
party
letter?
comes up with a different narrative.
Which letter?
With a different narrative. The spokesperson
Which
comes and sits
letter?
on the show
Which
with a different
letter?
narrative. Congress party is saying
Which
some
letter?
voters were added, some
I am-
deleted, some
Which
duplication.
letter?
He is coming and sitting, oh, this happened there,
Which
that happened
letter?
there. Sir, what substantial proof? What did you move?
Which
Did you
letter?
move to the High Court? Did you make
Yes.
an election petition?
Yes,
Did you
I'm
go to
telling
the
you,
High Court?
yes.
Show me,
Yes, listen to me,
I
yes.
challenge you
Yes.
on the show. I challenge you on the
Yes.
show. Show me the High
Yes.
Court petition number. What election
Yes, I
petition
am
did you
going- just
make?
wait.
You did
Let
not
me
make
show
any
you.
election petition.
Let me show
You
you. Let
save
me show
all
you.
of such narrative and false stories. For
I am not
television
lying.
shows because
I have
you
filed
want
a
to sit
petition
and
before the
defend your
Supreme Court.
leader.
I have given
You
the
want to
Election
create a
Commission.
narrative because you don't
Listen
want to take
to
the
me.
brunt of the loss. Your alliance partner in
I
Uttar
have
Pradesh
filed a
made
petition
the
before the
historic
Supreme
win,
Court. I have
got
given
more
a
seats than the
representation
Bharatiya
to the
Janata
Election
Party,
Commission.
but you think the election was rigged?
Oh,
When
just,
would
yes,
you think
it
the election would
was.
not
It
be rigged?
was.
When you would get
It was
80
a
seats out of
dacoity
80
of
seats?
election. BJP and the
Oh,
Election
come on, sir.
Commission
I'm
do
telling you,
the
you
dacoity
give
of
me
the
the
election.
election petition number that you have made. I'll agree
Yes.
to whatever you are saying. You just tell me
I
that.
tell
You are exposed.
Yes, I
That's the
share it.
reality.
Point taken. The elections have become elections have become very contested in India. Thank you, Suleiman. Wait a minute, Siddharth. Wait a minute. Okay, point taken.
In January of
Point taken.
23.
Okay. Bhanu, where is it? Suleiman, Muhammad. Bhanu, where is politics going? If we make the process of election contentious, then what do we do? Because you really move the underpinning of democracy. If you say that the democratic process in itself is suspect, then you really create a problem for the entire setup, because that's the most important thing. The peaceful transition of power. I think that's the most important part of democracy.
Oh, absolutely. Just a quick intervention before that. Karthikeya, I have sat in a booth, okay? And what happens, like after 4 o'clock, we are usually, political workers are asked to go and gather people if the voting numbers are less, okay? And also a lot of informal workers like maids, people who do iron, all of these people, they don't have an off day, okay? So they come later. So it's only natural that after say 4:30 p.m. more people come and vote. And why do we assume that all these people that come and vote for a particular party? Okay, similar allegations for number of voters added in Maharashtra that Rahul Gandhi was saying. Why do we assume that they vote for one particular party? See, this is where the problem is. We assume a lot of things, okay? And Rahul Gandhi's allegations are not foolproof. See, the only problem is the only thing is there are 900 million or close to a billion voters in India. And also the Election Commission is grappling with this scale. And I think the Election Commission should tidy up on the electoral rolls bit. Okay. That is the only thing that we could do. And to say that a complicated system, right, with so many checks and balances can be hijacked by one particular party is absolutely absurd. And the thing is, there are a lot of, you can say that a lot of people from the right of center are calling out Soros every time there is something, but it is true that there are people who want to break the image of India being the largest democracy in the world, and we are actually successfully helping African nations, and that is where this data that Rahul Gandhi is pulling out is coming from. I see that in a lot of NGOs. I think it's time for the Home Ministry to look at these non-profits with their FCRA division to see who are promoting these campaigns.
Okay. Ajit, do you think that it's going to have an impact on the Bihar elections? Because ultimately it's boiling down to Bihar elections.
I have the number you wanted.
Okay.
Please take it, write it down. This is the petition number. Please take it, Mr. Siddharth. I am not a liar like you.
Yes, please read it out, sir. Read it out.
Please see.
Read out the number.
No, I am giving you. You can search my name just.
Don't go right and left. Read out the petition number. I just open it on my phone and I show who are the petitioners. Whether you are the petitioner or not.
I am the petitioner. Yes, I am telling you. Don't
Okay.
you are looking
Okay. Let's be. Okay.
Google it. Sulaiman Muhammad Khan. Rampur election PIL. My name is
Suleiman, you're okay.
Suleiman,
you're
I am telling you on the live TV. Karthikeya, it's important. Just write my name, Sulaiman Muhammad Khan, PIL, Rampur election. You'll get the name and everything. It's reported on live law. I am challenging you. Go and check. And I have also given a representation to the election commission. I have the reply also.
Okay. Gentlemen.
Just for the record.
Just for your knowledge, PIL because
Suleiman, you have made your point.
Also,
Ajit, my question is to you. Ajit, is it boiling down to Bihar elections? Ajit, is it boiling down to Bihar elections? Do you think that, because I don't think that the matter is going to be held in Supreme Court or the High Court. Do you think that this is going to resonate electorally, politically? Is it going to resonate politically in Bihar, Ajit? Ajit?
Well, the Supreme Court has asked the EC to provide provide it to the Supreme Court as well as to the particular NGO which brought the case in. Now, if Congress and other parties could pursue that, that would be much more effective than going back academically to the Lok Sabha election of 2024 trying to show that the vote was stolen, number one. Number two, usually the way I have covered election, the voters basically respond to issues of no jobs, high inflation, their economic condition has become worse, or law and order. So they were actually harping on that before this entire SIR thing started in Bihar. So I think it's better to go back to the fact that voters are suffering because of economic conditions,
Okay.
no jobs and things of that sort. Then this very, very technical issue of whether the election commission has committed fraud in a particular constituency of Mahadevpura in Bangalore Central in Karnataka. Because the Bihar voters obviously won't respond to that. Overall, I think what Rahul Gandhi has achieved to do is he has told the country that the voter fraud is happening. I think the answer by the EC should be digitalize the entire electoral rolls and let it be publicly available to all citizens. Whoever can go to the EC site and we can see who voted where, all the data that the EC has, let it be publicly available. Then we don't have
Ajit, I've really run short of time. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you. I'm really run short of time. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me, because this is all I had on 1.1. But in on point 2, we will talk about how Prime Minister Modi has drawn the Lakshman Rekha for Donald Trump. But after a short break.
एसोसिएट स्पॉन्सर डायना प्रीमियम ब्यूटी सोप, पहली झलक करे खूबसूरत
खूबसूरत सी तुम कोई चिंता करो, पीछे भरोसा खड़ा है तुम्हारे, तुम नया कर बनाते रहो।
जब कोई हमारी बाकी चिंताओं को संभाल लेता है तो हम कर पाते हैं खूबसूरत सी कोई चिंता। टाटा कैपिटल में हम आपकी हर फाइनेंशियल चिंता को संभाल लेते हैं ताकि आप करें सिर्फ खूबसूरत चिंताएं। Go condoms?
It's over there.
क्या ये डिफरेंट साइजेस में आता है?
Actually, sir, size matter नहीं करता.
तो फिर क्या मैटर करता है?
The hardness
Of the condom.
of what's inside.
For the first time ever, presenting Hard Rock Gel, the hardness gel for men.
अब फ्री हर स्कोर कॉन्डम्स के 10 पैक के साथ।
पहले पंखा आएगा, फिर बिजली आएगी।
पंखा आएगा, फिर बिजली आएगी। ऑन करो।
हम सिर्फ वातावरण से बिजली नहीं बनाते हैं, जिंदगी में रोशनी जगाते हैं, खुशियां फैलाते हैं। अदानी, हम करके दिखाते हैं।